Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my building series. If you've missed the first episode, be sure to check it out. Guys, you have all absolutely demolished the first video. I'm genuinely so ecstatic, lads. I cannot thank you all enough. So I have absolutely no choice but to continue this series. The first episode was a bit of an experiment and it went great, as we can see. So, we're back today with episode 2. Now, we're going to follow the same structure as the last episode, jumping on Google Earth, locating a home to construct, and replicating it into the game as realistically as possible. Heavy emphasis on replicate, because I'm not kidding. So without wasting any more time, lads, let's go ahead and get on Google Earth and see what homes we can build. Let's see what we can find. So for this house, I kind of want it to be a little bit different. I don't really want to stick to, I understand we're kind of more in a rundown area, and that's, exactly where we're going to be looking for, a house still, but I kind of want a house that's a little bit more, I guess, like upkept, it's not so like, I guess like less maintained, I want something that looks a little bit nicer. Okay. So I think what we're going to be trying to find is something that kind of gives us a vibe that's a little bit more off trail, a little bit, nicer, and I don't know, just kind of a little bit more cozy, I guess. So hopefully we can find that. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, but we're going to look. Now, I really like this house here. It is nicer. It does look a little bit more maintained. However, it doesn't really give me the off-trail vibe. So we're gonna keep looking, but we'll probably keep that one in mind for another episode, maybe. Man, this one is nice too. I'm not going to lie, but no, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna maybe do that on another episode. We're gonna have a lot of houses to do on the next episode. I think I'm honestly thinking maybe we'll start doing 2 houses in one episode. Maybe if you guys want to have longer episodes, maybe we can do that. So this is a pretty good example of what we're not looking for. I have no idea what kind of a paint that is on that house. Don't know what they were thinking. And this right here. This is another great example. Can you even access the garage? There's no way someone lives here. That looks scary. Like, that looks terrifying. I can't even speak right now. Yeah, there's no way someone lives there. There's just no chance. Okay, this looks kind of nice. I actually like this. It kind of gives me that off-trail vibe, It's really different from the rest of the houses in the area. Guys, just look at this. It has this kind of weird curved driveway, and I like all the trees around it. It's kind of like, I don't know, it just looks a little off trail. It's very different, and it's nice. It doesn't look terrible. Just come down here and see what it looks like over here, and it's gone. What? We have another one of these instances? What? 2017? No, I'm not buying that. This is like the 1930s, yo. What a time difference. House is there, and it's not within one single frame. Was that like a nature preserve? Okay. All right, that's interesting. Let's see what the back side looks like. Pretty plain, that's okay. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think it's honestly, I think it's sold. I think it's sold. I think this is the house that we are going to be building. So let's go ahead and just get started. And I think to start this off, we're going to be starting with the driveway of the house. The driveway's weird. It's just a little different. So I think the house is very dependent on the driveway. So I think the driveway is a pretty solid start. Sometimes I start with driveways, sometimes I don't. I know in the last episode, we did the driveway like pretty much when the house was done. But I think for this one, we need to do the driveway first and then build the house kind of around it. Okay, so I think we have a pretty solid start here on the driveway, and I think we're just gonna shift focus now from the driveway onto the actual main structure of the house itself. So the front is seeing some pretty good substantial progress. Right now, we're just kind of focusing on some of the gutter systems here. I see that there's like a gutter on the right, kind of like where the entrance, or I guess like these two pathways are that connect to the driveway. So we're gonna be adding the gutter here as well on the build because, again, we are actually replicating this thing. Okay, I do not throw that around lightly. So we are now presented with our very first issue, and that is the driveway's a little too small, I guess, in game, because, you know, we have, as I'm building this side out, we have, you know, an entrance, like a little section that kind of protrudes out from the house. And based on where I'm putting the door right now, as you can see, it's not really lining up. So we're gonna have to make a quick fix. Okay, so now we actually have our second problem, and this one is a lot worse. Okay, this one is much worse. In fact, it is a complete migraine. Anyone who is a pretty consistent builder, who you know, I guess a pretty experienced builder, someone who's been building for a while, right, knows that when you have a roof issue, they suck. So I'm gonna fix this, and then we will be back. So right here, we have kind of another gutter system here. It's a little bit different though than the one that we placed earlier. This one has kind of like a black tube that kind of like runs off of it. And I've never actually incorporated this into any builds before. So I think we're gonna try to make a design for this right here and see if we can, you know, just add this little detail. Now, again, this is a small detail, but it does help add to the realism. And guys, just like that, the house is done. It is completely finished. I mean, looking at it like from in game with like the actual like, you know, Google Earth, I guess, like view, it's pretty insane. It's pretty insanely accurate, to say the least. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys think I nailed this or not. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into episode 2. Hopefully you did enjoy this this new episode, and hopefully you guys look forward to the series, because we have a lot of more videos on the way. We have a very special one coming out next, and it is actually a video, or I guess a house idea that someone suggested in the first episode. So if you guys can guess it, please guess it in the comments down below. I'm very curious if you can. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much once again, and I will catch you guys over on episode 3. Also, one last thing, if you happen to live here, let me know if I did good.